Hey everybody, welcome back to What You Gonna Stream? SK. What else would you stream? We were playing SK. Anyway, so I have. Let's get the task on hand, right? I haven't made anything in this game in so long. I did see that they made the 5-star with the turbillion, right? Something like that. I actually want to get a visual on that. I've not seen it before, so I want to upgrade this blaster. But I am a fan of the neutral weapon line. So, hello cat, welcome back. I did start speaking, therefore that's like a cat summoning. It's like, you know, the Pied Piper and rats, right? Except when I stream, it's my cat just comes and enjoys his time here with us. Anyway, we're gonna first I'm gonna get a visual. Secondly, I think the only recipe I have, I think it's F5, right? The only recipe I have is I have the breach blaster. Do I have the a rift locker, right? It's a 5-star, which I do not have. I think I might just go straight up a lance because I have this was gifted to me. I think. Dude, it's been so long. I'm sorry. So whoever gifted that to me, I appreciate it. We also have the potential to make the strike needle better. So I'm gonna be doing an arcade run first. I want to get. He said if I'm not mistaken, the update said the turbillion, which was actually like updated not too long ago, should be here, right? Let's solo this crud. But the turbillion, the 5-star windmilling. I just want to see what it looks like. It'd be neat if we can actually get some, find somebody who has it. But dude, I haven't had a windmilling. I think during my course of play, because this game is what, like, going on 12 years old, 13 years old. I don't know, dude. I'm getting my math all sorts of messed up. 8 years old, because that's like I have pictures of my daughter sitting on my lap when we do this. So anyway, all right, let's get the Java. Let's get warmed up. All right, let's get these frame spikes out of here. We don't need that. We don't need that stuff. All right, probably you, right? Hello, my Skullgirl clone. It's been so long. I hit E to interact with. Game has you hit E to interact with stuff. Is that enter the gungeon? Dude. Turbillion. Holy crap, it's purple. Cracks. Mechanized blade whose turbine crackles with the power of 1,000 storms. Dude, it's freaking purple. It looks like, it reminds me of Dritz, because Dritz in the R.A. Salvador Forgotten Realms Chronicles uses 2 scimitars. Unfortunately, we can't dual wield Turbillion and the. It's not the Venmillion. What is it? I don't know what is it? The Vile. We got the Glacius. Furious Flameburge. The Amputator. Dude, that sounds amazing. The Vile Striker. No. What is the Dread Venom? See, Dread Venom. Yeah, it's tiny compared to the Turbillion. Turbillion's got size on. Size isn't everything. Sort of. So anyway, what I was getting at is that, we get enough, boys. Please. We need to, I want to start investing. So we have 5. Can I craft here, I hope? So we need 3-star Super Blaster. We need to buy Orbs of Alchemy. We can't craft here. Fine. We just please, no. Go to Haven. We can craft there. I'm pretty sure. But having a blaster, I want the trifecta, right? We get our cask here. We go in guns blazing, no pun intended, with a Valance, a Sutaruska, and the Nitronome, the ultimate neutrality when it comes to annoyance factor, charge potential, and who needs a different weapon and gun and bomb set for the rest of the time? Just neutral affects everything. On my to-do list is obviously the you know, checking out the shadow layers. I saw they updated the game where tier 4, they will continue to be tough. I'm cool with that. I like hard games. I don't know if I'll ever jump down there. Okay, what were we doing? We're going to keep our ASI medium. Pardon me, that's not the right one. I know there's a lot on ours to do this, so what is preventing me from doing this? We don't have 1,000 crowns. Oh, meow, 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 meow. So we need money anyway. We're going to do some arcading. I still want to... Ooh, Diamond Skull, let's check it out. Yo, Funk Soul Brother. I still want to jump in here. Well, not that one. Well, I'm going to do this new gate anyway, because it just looks neat. Hopefully we don't hit the charred compounds. Alright, we always create public. We always... There we go. Beautiful. As far as my, you know, ever-growing lockdown career goes... By the way, let's go back to the off note, right? I did my farewell series, said goodbye for a year. Then a couple things happened. My wife's computer went down. I spent time transferring things from her drive to this computer. We now have one ultimate hybrid, beautiful, yeah, I don't know what you want to call it. It's just gorgeous. I love it. Yeah, let's just go. Oh no, pardon me. Put the load out. Let's go forth. It'd be amazing. Chris Strife. Haven't seen you in a while. So now I have two monitors, so I don't have to like squeeze everything onto my micro display. I have a high-def display. My graphics got a little bit better. I dumbed down a couple other things, and my wife is very happy with the setup, and so am I. So I hooked my mic and everything else up, and I've been reading this book, An Introduction to Modern Philosophy. It's written in 1942. It goes through, like, you can read the thought processes and rationalizations of a lot of stuff, specifically, like, predating the World Wars. I mean, it's really neat watching the thought process, and, you know, it's been said that the whole idea behind, you know, Hitler and Stalin and Mussolini, they come from, you know, not from vast popular opinion, but mostly from the lecture halls. The theology or philosophy of the classrooms of, you know, the next generation, dude, wish feather, will be the potential politics in the next generation. I believe that in that wholeheartedly. So this is probably not going to have much of a... Where did my charge go? Are we? Is it that time? We're just not. Okay, sure. Dude, I'm confused. That's okay. We know how Java works. We were at a incline specifically, so that is why we did not see our charge the second time around. First time around was just Java getting the. It's gonna hurt a lot. Help! Don't die from the first hit. Fire's the thing that can sort of one-hit kill you, man. Sort of. Let's just offer some help in there. Mike, I will be requesting your assistance. Probably. You're my sole projectile. Probably should have chosen something a little different, but that's okay. Mike, get him. I need you. We stunned him. We've ascended. I think this will help. Poorly timed. Oh, you shot him up. Good job, buddy. Alright, well, we're going this way. It's gonna be interesting. It's down here. No, I'm gonna jump back for a minute. Don't worry, I'm coming back for you. As my connection continues to teeter back and forth. Dude, I thought I fixed my connection, but I might have been wrong. And that's okay. And yeah, thank you for not catching me on fire. Mike and I both appreciate that. At least we have some health coming our way. There's a train outside. If you guys can't hear that, it's pretty amazing. It is 3:43 a.m. What a great time to live around a train station, even though it's probably a couple miles away. Just, it's a good time to be alive. I think that guy finally just, like, spawned. Oh, jeez. Who shocked him? Funk Soul Brother. Okay, we got this. Yeah, I did it. The philosophy behind the, ooh, let's get out of here. We did it. Okay. Dude, we got the elite strats, a game that's multiple years old. Sure, hello. So the downside about having a beast of a machine that is multiple years old is that you get to deal with the flaws and the perks that come with it. So one of the major flaws that I have in this beast of a machine is my internet connection. The card is out. I am forced basically to use a USB attachment. Unfortunately, we're also like literally the furthest away possible from the house. We're in the opposite corner of where the router and the cable modem are. I'm just gonna hide behind here for a minute. Blah blah. So that's kind of a pain. So what I did, I found a USB extension because, you know, men refuse to throw away all forms of cabling. I found a USB extension. So I kind of like ran it out halfway into the hallway and got my connection from there. So I'm up to like 3 bars. It says 4 in the top right. I would consider that a blatant lie. Don't pay attention to that. Just the sound of them burning. It's so good, dude. Spawn your stuff. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I got hit anyway, but it's okay. Thought was there. It's nice to see the traditional, like, you know, voltage slash, dude, we got this. Voltage slash, winter grave. This is, you know, tried, true, and beautiful. Still works, is what I'm saying. You know, I still want to get my neutral weapon game going. Pardon me. I think that still stuns him, even though it is shadow. Dude, he has a turbillion! This man has ascended. You gotta know your priorities. Been playing the game long enough. How many years have we asked for a 5-star win million? I'm glad I have some. No, I don't have any shadow defense. What am I thinking? We could probably get rid of, let's see, this. Ring your face. I'm a fan of the shields, especially when my weapons have almost nil effect. Blah blah. Oh, thank you. Patience. So anyway, let's regress. We're not digressing, we're regressing back to what I was talking about before, which is the concept behind you know, you learn a bit, especially because I'm diving myself into complex philosophy right now. Well, I don't know, as complex as it could possibly be. Yeah, I just read Heininger's. Did I get his name wrong? I'm not freaking. Let me get on this. Jump on this. I actually have the book sitting right next to me. We'll jump in this portal, and we'll check it out. After we get, you know, full health. We don't need this anyway. We just get healed by the elevator. You genius. All right, here we go. What is his name? I just read the some awesome quotes from him. Is Weihinger. He's German. So he has like an as-if philosophy. Like, you can never know an absolute because everything is abstract and always like, you know, he basically deconstructs the concept of a story. Like, you know, the relation of God to man is like rain falling from a cloud. It can come down, but it can't go back up. Not in the same form. So he has a lot to say about human mind. Like he says in here, that naturally the human mind is tormented by this insoluble contradiction between the world of motion and the world of consciousness. And this torment can eventually become very oppressive. One would be well advised to remember that Kant, and by the way, Kant is a whole topic in himself, had always pointed out that there are problems which mock us perpetually, but which we cannot get rid of. But there is one solution of the similar torturing questions. For an intuition and an experience, all this contradiction and distress fade into nothingness. He's talking about the, you know, time and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm not trying to dive deep into his philosophy, although we could go there. What I'm trying to dive into is, whenever you learn anything, it is good Well, let's, we could probably, this could probably use an upgrade, right? It's level 5. Maybe we need to get it to all the way up. Let's just freaking do it. Whenever you learn something, the way you, like, know you know it. Final Flourish, Quick Strike. Final Flourish, Golden Grip. There we go. The way you really know something. What, QQ? Is by being able to teach it, or at least explain it in a comprehensive way. So that's what I mean, that's what I'm going to try to do. So when I got all this set up, I'm like, you know, I really could use a better understanding, because my whole goal in my life now, like, oof, once you hit a certain point in age, you start to look towards significance, because like one of my theories behind the whole midlife crisis for men is the idea that, you know, you spend all this time in your life doing what? And then you go to the end of your life, you're like, you know, when it comes to significance, pardon me, there's my weapon switch, which I wish I had before, but I do not have now. But can you just hit him? He's right there. Thank you. Mike. You're looking for significance, and this happens in, like, every person in every form. So that's one of the reasons I would advocate in having children, because it gives you a concept of, like, the, you know, next generation. It puts eternality more so in your hearts. Mike, we need you. We need you more than you know. I know they're fire, you're fire. We're all mixing together. Oh, I'm dead. Please. Oh, God, that was the worst place possible to jump. You know, we're all looking for this certain social significance, this eternality. Pride is, like, in my opinion, a shortcut way to get there, because it makes you just valued on your works. Whenever you put worth on a person, that's a, oh, jeez, that's a shortcut to a gulag or a concentration camp. You know, I devalue your worth because you are X race. So, you know, it's on par with racism. We gotta get, like, it's a slippery slope, and you can philosophically argue your way there. And when you start rationalizing your way there, I'm just watching my freaking Twitch connection go up and down. I'm probably just gonna record these and put them on later. I don't know what's going on with my connection, but it sure is friggin' annoying, dude. I thought I fixed it with the USB export. My whole life support system, this computer will perpetually be on until it finally gives way. Kind of like me when I, you know, age later in life, like maybe like a fine wine. I'm not. It's my Trump eagle. We talk about Trump too, but yeah. Anyway, the old philosophy of Weihinger, it's really neat. He tries to pin stuff on non-absolutes, but the concept is there, and you have to take it in the whole. Like everything is fictitious. But then again, the whole way he argues this point is by using, you know, the whole fictitious. It's the cookie, by the way. Hello, cookie. The whole fictitious argument is by using fictitious statements. So again, when you start dancing around, try to get in specifics of philosophy, usually, like, it's very tough to adhere to all of this without just getting contradictions in themselves. I mean, philosophers have struggled with this for a very long time. We gotta be careful. Alright. I mean, sure, we're doing it. That's what we got. Pardon me. Java. I know we haven't done this in a while. But 2 times, there's the cookie! Freaking cookie monster, right? He's a pretty cookie. It's the cookie. This is where you get to see the spirit of the machina. Cookies and solo art. I think we used to be in... I want to call the guild Super Fantastic Friends, but that's not... Oh, Super Dream Team, that's it. I still have, like, it bookmarked somewhere. We had our one. It was like one of those gentle rebounds, like a wave crashing at the opposite end of the world, where you oh man, changing outfits, being animated. Java, calm down. You know, you have this little spark of life that comes back. They have an update in lockdown. 300 people come back for like 6 minutes just to see it's not exactly what they anticipated. Something like that. But we had our own guild hall updates. Super Dream Team was decent, but then everyone got busy with life, which is what happens. I am like a freaking rare dinosaur elf thing that has come back and still plays this game. Pictures of my daughter on my lap, and now she is 7. Dude, so when it comes to the evolution of games, I like this game. Not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna play it. I like the arcade. My lockdown career, because of where it has gone, just makes me mad. And now I'm trying to advocate, because I believe this wholeheartedly, to my kids, and so I have to reflect this myself to avoid hypocrisy. If you're trying to teach somebody something and you do the opposite, they immediately cast doubt on your whole character, not just one thing you say. So when it comes to kids, in that aspect, I'm trying to, say if something makes you frustrated, it is not fun. You have to be careful with stuff that is just making you mad, and then you become addicted to it. That leads to a very unhealthy lifestyle. So, I have that mindset. So I like the arcade. If I had a better computer, I might jump into lockdown more often. Or if, we might play after this arcade run, I don't know. Because I have a, sleep bomber loadout. I don't care. I know the general consensus, if you don't use meta Black Cat gear with AT, you'll be complained about either way in the field. That's okay. You can't, when you have differing worldviews, you can't help but get, contradictions and, arguments. Fierce ones. But this is where you, in this imaginary world, this is where we conflict some things. Right? That pink shield is amazing, by the way. We conflict things because ideas deserve discussion. You can cut off the wrong idea, but people themselves, you have to put inherent value in them. Even the humanist has to. If you devalue humankind, and you say we are nothing but the cosmos, well then, that's a shortcut away to just blatant absurdity. Because you're trying to justify your existence or the value your words even have while devaluing the person and the person they come from. So that's right on par with the rationalizing irrationality. It's neat what Weihinger tries to do, but at the same time you have to take it for what it is. What is gravity? Well, we don't know. But this is like a whole realm of ninjas. We don't really know what gravity is, but we know what it does, so we know it exists. Spark. Sweet. I mean, we can play the treasure trove one more time, I guess. But we know what it is. We take the concept of the whole, regardless of the apparent contradictions, maybe perhaps something we don't understand, and we go from there. So we're gonna rock out our Sudaruska, because it is just time. This is the time. So even though I said I had all these amazing upgrades, obviously you can tell, my computer is still what it is. It's not anything super amazing. I don't know much else I could do to this thing. It's on life support. I got it open. The cooling, one of the cooling fans doesn't even run anymore. I know previous computers I have had the fans what can we do? What is this? Sleep Suda. Torpor Tantrum. We can do this, and then no, we have Suda grab it. I kind of want a gun. Yeah. There we go. We don't need the sleep. We probably should equip it, because, how else is it going to get heat? These guys are going to just be murderous beasts as is, so everyone's grabbing up their shadow automatic weapons. These poor little slimes, man. But anyway. You gotta watch out for the glaring contradictions in philosophy. Even Nietzsche. Nietzsche was probably, in my opinion, the most intelligent when it came to, knowing the own philosophy of himself. He had a very long thought process, which were necessary. That was it, right? It's necessary when you want to think of deep things. You should go to the nth degree. You should take them to their natural conclusion. And I'm just gonna keep running into spikes because I'm a crazy bad mofo that just doesn't care about life. Java's with me on this one. He's like, yeah, just throw yourself into the spikes, man. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Yeah, but anyway, he made 2 predictions that came true. One is the 19th century will be the bloodiest century in history, and that a universal madness will break out. So now, what do we have? We have scientism, right? We have biology. We have people saying, I define what my gender is regardless of my biology. What on earth is this crap? I mean, this is called a mental disorder for a reason. But then we have arguments about, like, who goes into what bathroom. We know biologically what you are. We have the science to prove this kind of stuff. So it's very confusing to me. Like, which direction are we going here? And this is one of the reasons why you have... Blah, blah. Why you have a... timeout for game, right? My battle cry. It's one of the reasons why you have, mass confusion in this world, because in like in San Diego, I think it's like one of the dirtiest cities in the nation. Why? Because they have literally colonies and hordes and migration patterns of rats. Because it's built upon the concept of, that is not your trash. That is the homeless person's trash. How dare you try to take away what is rightfully theirs? They're trash. Now we use common sense and we use our reasoning behind history, and even if you. So I'm not a fan of vaccines, but we can talk about that again, or we can look at one of the past broadcasts. But the history of hygienics, how hygiene and why Japan was one of the healthiest and most long-lived people. Because hygiene is huge. So, but you're saying, they're right to have a bag and mountains of trash, which I do not, I'm not kidding you. That was the worst. I'm just going to swing. Maybe we'll knock the gate down. This weapon has been, oh my gosh, I'm a genius. This weapon has been known to do amazing things. So we know that, like, mountains of trash are not good for any society. Watch the movie 13th Warrior. A whole bunch of Vikings, like when they wake up, their morning routine is so you have the Muslim there, whose morning routine is a little different, but you have every other person uses a singular bowl of water to wash up in. They pass this one stagnant bowl of water around. You see one dude blowing his nose in it, and then they pass it to the next person, and only the intelligent Muslim, and I'm not kidding, he was the smarter one, based on experience. Let's get back in here. Come on, buddy. Who knows that, he's commanded to wash ceremoniously, specifically for reasons. Only he has a higher understanding of hygiene. That movie itself is pretty good. If you haven't seen 13th Warrior, pretty awesome. When he comes up with he has a saber. They're all the Vikings are looking at him like he's just on par with the shortest Viking, and it turns out the shortest Viking is like one of the most lethal combatants in the entire group. But they look at his sword because he cut it. It's like half of one of their swords. He's like, that looks like a pretty neat weapon for my little sister. Ha ha. You're just like, man. Anyway, really good watch. But anyway, we have an understanding now. He does not interact, no matter how many times I want it to. What am I doing? I don't have any money. This is why we're down here. We're going in, boys. We won't be able to see the newer level, but arcade runs are what they are. We might do a Vanna here and there, but I like the variety and I like the team aspect. What cute. I like the team aspect of having my party open. And usually we find around this time of morning we'll find just only veterans. Which is kind of nice. I don't know. I have like a half hour, so I think I can do this. As far as consistency goes, I'll probably rock out my stream once in a while, mostly when I have time. I give myself 6 hours of sleep. Sometimes it means I'll be able to go down further. Sometimes that means I won't be able to stream. But good job, Cat. You successfully knocked over the wooden base. I appreciate that and everything you do. So fleshing out my thought process is basically the whole idea behind returning to streams. So I'm not gonna remind myself not to talk myself out of my own voice. Hello, cat. Because I have a whole shift to run. I get another supervisory role, a different crew. I'm liking them. The thing that sparked this whole concept is I had an opportunity to talk to a young lady yesterday about the concept of goodness. So she it's every one of these is like a story throughout the day, right? Let's just do. This is one where it just has so many different types of dudes sometimes. So we're gonna assume. Which one is it? All right. We're gonna assume. Like I saw one of the updates was, what was it like? Increased payouts of something wilds, if I'm not mistaken. Thought there'd be another dude here. Oh, there is. Hello there. Where have you gone? There we go. Cat, you cannot jump on that table. Sorry. I'm aware of your little cat things. Most of us are. Sometimes we forget though. Blah blah. So this lady, she works next to me. She's actually in a role higher than I am. And her name's Chris. And we were just talking about work stuff. And she dropped a paper clip. And she's like, I wouldn't pick. I picked it up for her and I gave it to her. And she's like, I wouldn't have picked that up. Well, why not? She's like, I'm like, immediately your mind goes to like, okay, you're lazy. But I didn't. Yeah, I get. This is when you ask questions to clarify misunderstanding. So I said, well, why not? She said, my back, it's inflamed. I'm like, ouch. I'm sorry to hear that. Hello, you were well, we did it. I'm like, I'm sorry to hear that. Then later on, we're talking about positivity. But I've said it before. My wife calls me a robot of positivity sometimes, and that's my fault sometimes, I believe, because I try to be salt and light of the earth. But at the same time, you can too much positivity without without any sympathy will give you the impression that you are just ignorant of different people's struggles. And if you can't relate to people, if you stay in this robotic type of mentality where everything is happy, go lucky, smile at everything, then that you're ignoring reality and you're ignoring other people's possible plights and struggles. So it's something to be careful about. I mean, careful for, watch out for. It's a continuing struggle for myself because I will be honest with you. I have the very much a glass half full mentality. Every day I wake up is a gift. Someone tells me I can't do something, I will say, okay, sure, I'll see how far I can get in that process, though. You know what I mean? Like having a maybe not a positive attitude, but like I'm gonna do this kind of attitude, like deterministic. Except determined not in the absolute sense, like we're determined by our biology and have no choice in the matter, and free will is an illusion. Not that kind of determinism, but like I am very determined to get this done. That kind of determinism, if that makes sense. So anyway, she good job. She says, I wish I can get back to, like my daughter. Whenever a butterfly lands on her finger, she's just like, oh, this is so awesome. You know what? I understand that. I wish I could I'd be there too. That's kind of neat, isn't it? Though having it, like how do we recapture that kind of wonder that was in our life? Okay, it's not the right weapon. That's all right. I know these look like freaking tiny little squirrels with bat wings. I could have swore I switched weapons. There we go. That time I did. Java, you're a master of illusion. I hit the space bar, you're like, not this time, buddy. Not this time, buddy. Oh. We did. Mike, is it time? It is time, but you missed. They even dodge your shot. Does that not hit the wolvers? I mean, that squarely hit me. You look like a little gremlin sticking in the earth somehow. I don't know why. So infatuated with that for a minute. Blah blah. Coming. Did it. So anyway, I posed the question. I'm like, that is very interesting. How do we get to that point where for any task we have on this planet, we go from the concept of, I have to do this, I have to live, to I get to do this, I get to live. I mean, it was a really fascinating discussion. I'm not going to repeat it verbatim because I'll probably mess it up, but it's neat having those kind of talks about the meaningful parts of life. And then again, these are serious topics and they're worth diving into. All right, the things that you're going to look back on, and you're going to say, man, those are the best times of my life. Are they really going to be the parties and the times of I feel vibrations on the floor. I think one of my tiny people woke up. Okay, they'd be the times where you degenerated and wasted your life. Maybe, I don't know. Depends what. Then again, goes with your outlook on life. Is life all about time plus matter plus chance? You'll get to the Bertrand Russell philosophy of we must find alleviation in this life by the tiny instinctual happiness moments. Basically, I mean, that in my mind, that advocates drug use. I mean, he didn't do that, obviously. He lived for the long term trying to maximize his life. So I don't think even he believed in that own kind of philosophy. Because if you take it to its natural outworking, you're just going to be living your life living your life for straight up materialistic naturalism and not giving any kind of depth to it. You just have it on the surface. Play freaking ring around the rosy with that tiny thing. Dude, I love playing with freaking professionals. I also like playing with non-professionals, but I enjoy playing with professionals. I don't get to feel like excuse me, you little freaking ninja dude. He played ninja on us. Ring around the rosy only gets you so far, I guess. Come, got this. Drop it like it's hot. Freaking nitronome. Should've brought that sucker. Yeah, this won't work here. Let's go this way. Hello. Hello. My tiny things. Come on. Mike. Well done. You did aim in the correct direction. I can't fault you for that. I will have the coughs perpetually, by the way. It's just how things are in the life of me. So I apologize for not every 5 seconds in the mute button. Can't pause online games, Mom. That's by the way, that's really going out by the wayside. Everybody knows you can't pause online games. Dude, I didn't even see him. Was my cursor in the way? That's what I get for playing with a, dude, I'm the only guy who died. I'm the party leader. Embarrassing. Don't lead by example in that way. So let's look at the payout. Well, garbage. Because we didn't get any radiance or crowns from there, but that's okay. I'm not this is not a short-term, if I was worried about making cash quick, well, I just work overtime at my job and buy energy and sell it that way. I'm not, so it's the process that's kind of fun. Anyway, I will touch a little bit on the topic of, what we kind of got by, the old concept of goodness, for the discussion per myself and Chris, the topic of, like, goodness, and what is good, what is right. I went to the, something that kind of radiates in all of us. A sense of oughtness. Cat, you've left and come back like 4 times. So your chin has a little wetness on it. I'm not sure if that's from your cat dish or if that's from the toilet water. The mysteries of a cat. What exactly is this? Hold on. P. P is for power. So we need... No. There we go. The mountain needs freaking power, dude. This guy's just like, I don't care. Came in, tore up the whole area. I don't need you guys. Mustache sheep, let's do this. Hubba! This might... Ooh. So everybody switches loadouts. Like, we need a sleep bomb with this crew, right? I do need heat on this thing, so that's kind of one of the reasons why. God, I know Mike's been sucking up my heat. I forgot to feed him today. Mike, I'm sorry. Boom. Step into my slumber chamber. You poor, poor wolver. Got shot and then crushed by a mountain. Dude, it's too bad this thing, like, gives you ASI very low. Dude, this guy has the best weapon sets. I can't even lie. And the best shield. I just effectively knocked whatever would have been in there out of there. Good job, me. Please. I want to see the charge of the Turbillion. I mean, I hope he shows me. Can I see? Where is he? I lost him. Okay, I mean, it looks amazing, obviously. Dude, did I not use it? There we go. It looks amazing. How can it not look amazing? Got the key to your heart, brother. And now I just stand like this for the rest of the game. No, we don't do that. Trolling, it's not in my dictionary. In my opinion, dude, we're still getting... Oh, it is only depth 26. I get that. That stuff never changed, I guess. Pardon me. All tired little wolver. Get a nice, it's humane to do that to animals, I suppose. Got my coin. Not going in there. Mike, what you got? Can you get that for me? Nope. I think, does the Pseudoruska and the Windmillion have the same animation? Can we knock them? Do they fall asleep? They absolutely do. I was hoping they'd fall asleep in, like, the Tortogun charge. Somehow the Pseudoruska made them alert. And this tells you how often I see that weapon. I see it actually more often, or I have seen it rather, more often in lockdown, because I'm like, I can't stand on those, they're going to explode at my feet, I have to move. Obviously a false nomer. Misnomer? Is false nomer grammatically correct? Does anybody really care? Oh, we're doing this. Blah blah! What happens when a mountain falls on you? Well, you just gotta get stronger, that's all. The next step's the nitronome, but I don't think this crew really would appreciate the whole value of a nitronome. It's like a fine wine. And not everybody's a wine drinker. That makes no sense whatsoever. Nobody likes a nitronome. Except for me. Do they dodge the Turbillion Windmillion as if it was a projectile? I think so, but I forget. It's been so long. Yeah, we need the sleep bomb. Absolutely. Kabla! As long as we hit one, our job is done. Until we have another job to do. Kind of cascades. Alright, Mike, I'm gonna feed you. I've also gotten a little bit better as far as my diet goes. I make sure I have like basically an 8-16 kind of like. You got to be conscious of this stuff when you get older. I'm not a 25-year-old male who can just consume like 3 all-you-can-eat Chinese buffets a day, which is kind of what I went with earlier in my life. So I give myself an 8-hour window where I can eat, and then 16 hours off. So I can't eat until basically 11 o'clock today. My tummy screams at me. I say, I don't care. I'm self-disciplined to the nth degree. You don't tell me what to do, I tell you what to do. That kind of deal. And it listens for the most part. Hello? Here we go. So I wanted to get the healthiest weight I ever was 165, and I was doing martial arts, specifically Ishinru karate, plus working at FedEx Ground as a manager, which is in that back in the day basically a glorified package handler. You would lift a lot of boxes, but you'd have additional responsibilities and get paid salaries. So they can just keep you there forever. The whole structure has changed, right? It's not the same as it was. It's gotten a lot better. But back in that time, it was run by a bunch of cowboys. So I'm just saying, it was a different world back then, and I was in an amazing shape. So the 10 hours and stuff that they made me do. This guy's freaking outfit, dude. He's beautiful. He's a beautiful human being. Look at that sword sparkle. You're not a human being. You're a knight. How do we speak? Do we use our minds? Let's get into the philosophy of SK for a minute. So, we come onto this planet, which is like half formed. Part of them is like the gremlins for the past 8 years at least, have been trying to deform the planet from the inside out. We found the source, the light, which one of our people have infected, but the swarm is trying to, I guess eradicate what's in the center. I'm not sure where that's going. And they say so we talked to our supreme commander who's at the center, who seems to have a advanced knowledge of this stuff, and says, I'm not leaving. You go back and tell others. And then we repeat the cycle for years on end. Dude, I'm opening this up. What are we honestly saving energy for? If it's not divisible by 100, it's basically consumable energy. As far as I'm concerned. Anyway, depth 26. 15 minutes, can we do this? Maybe. I'll keep the sleep bomb. I think probably a flourish is just the smartest thing to use. Oh no, man. Oh, Torpor, getting up there, buddy. I forgot to feed Mike again. Well, you couldn't feed him here. There you go. That's my excuse. I didn't willingly forget. Dude, I love that tree. Just a spinning cycle of stuff. Right up there with the sprite wings, right? You turn into tiny little helicopters. My coffee cup, it says the book is better. It's fitting in a lot of ways. Okay, so let's... Sorry. Is that ASI? That's like everything's medium for me right now. And then we do P, and then... I can't get away from the gunner gear. We've been feeding you 4-star stuff, right? Dude, let's freaking... Should we do it? I think I have a couple left. There we go. Ah, so hungry. Now we just 4-star pop this dude, right? I have ghost bells. Thank goodness. This will hopefully tide him over for a while. There we go. Beautiful. We need more levels like this. More green. Green is my favorite color. You know why? Actually, I had a mild discussion. Oh, I can't get these guys with this. I had a mild discussion about this, about why green is my favorite. We were like in the inbound corral. Basically, it's an open area around the Four Cliffs where we have our computers. We can sit for a minute, do our emails, that kind of thing. So, like we were talking about hacky sack the other day. Occasionally, we're all there at once because usually we're here and there and just like all over the freaking place. But there are times where we are all just in there, and what's your favorite color? Well, like mine's green. Like, why is yours green? I said because it's what Link wears from The Legend of Zelda. Besides the trees and nature having that color too. Got put green everywhere. So a lot of them they know I'm Christian, they know my worldview, and I don't throw it down their throats. I try to I try to wait for examples of life so I can just bring up the stuff. Why do you think that's awesome? And then I can, argue from inherent goodness and objective value and that kind of thing. But anyway, so the lady Chris, the one I was talking about earlier, she says, "Who's Link?" And me and this dude next to me, he's like, "You don't know who Link is from The Legend of Zelda?" And he's like, "Actually, the whole game's not about Zelda. It's about Link." And I'm like, "You're right." It's amazing. Knowledge is freaking power, dude. I don't know how that's ever gonna be. Like, I don't know how you really equate that to just knowing what Link is from Legend of Zelda. Besides being my favorite, game of all time. Saving a princess, it hits a lot of values from a masculine nature. And I'm not talking about the popular toxic masculinity that you see. And that's, in my opinion, one of the reasons they glorify, sports like football in America. On the media per se, because it hits two narratives. One hits the gaming narrative that all males enjoy, so they'll watch it, and two, it hits the toxic masculinity narrative that people complain about everything, and people yell at each other, and they let things get out of control. Dude, I saw an article about a feminist arguing about the flatulence, overbearing male flatulence, as being a way of basically dominating women. Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's been taught that females should be passive in their flatulence, therefore letting the males dominate them. When I go, I'm like, I don't even know I don't even know how to respond to that. Women are told not to fart because that's the way males dominate you. No. It's because women are physically beautiful and attractive, and that does it really take a genius to notice this, that flatulence is not on par with beauty? It stinks. When I look for a mate, or when I look for my wife to be attractive, I don't say, "My, what a horrible smell you have. Let us get together." Those two things do not mix unless when I get to the whole concept of the person rationalizing their way to anything. You got to be careful with this is where objectivity comes into place, right? Where you ask the question, do we really need a book to tell us what to do? And I would say no and yes, because you can get so far away from what purpose is and rationalize your way to anything that you have to. It's good to have a core set of things you don't run away from. Now, our Constitution is a good one, which has been amended to no end. So let's hope for a danger room here, right? Oh, whatcha? Mike. Dude, spot on. Beautiful. Just beat him to death with the bolt edge. Whoop. Wait a minute, what was I talking about? So this is what happens when it gives me good practice for real life. and I'm talking in reality. Oh yeah, let's get in here. I don't really have a notepad in real life. Pardon me. There's my male flatulence. Apparently I'm devaluing women by burping. But dude, that whole article just blew my mind. I'm like, we are given minds to know. Still shinings, come on. Def 28, let's go. SK, more radiance, please. Have I gotten any? Don't think so. But it's you know, it's. I mean, you have to know what nature intends for garbage and what nature intends for nourishment. It's given to all of us to know this stuff. If you, I mean, we all know through the course of training in itself and being brought up, and our parents, hopefully, at least if not parents, then by law, you know, having life itself valued. We have laws against murder, you know. That some things are not good to life. I mean, just straight up not. They lead to questions like, well, okay, why? You know, you ask the philosophical why. Why is life... I mean, and Peter Singer can answer this. He sits on the chair of bioethics in Princeton. There's no difference between a toddler and a pig. I mean, you can kill one, kill the other, and they have no real value to society. But he also advocates, like, from last I remember anyway, I think he advocates for, like, animal... Oh, that was so bad. Animal rights and PETA. Oh, come on, no danger room? Give me one. Right there. Right there. Circle around, go up. Freaking domination station. Let's do it. Nope. Okay, fine. Oh, it won't rain all the time. No. I know. I saw what you did. Just wanna, yeah. Excuse me. Oh, that's why. There's always a reason. Thank you. My brain, I'm like, why did that not work? Because logically you were back in time at that moment. Dude, I've had nightmares where Java frame spikes kick in and my latency kicks in. Like, what if we drove on the highway and then you're just like, crap, my internet connection cut out for like a fraction of a second. You're actually upside down in the other lane 4 seconds ago. Like, oh my goodness. What a horrible life. Get a 40 car pile up. Sorry guys, lag. I was given a bad connection by my creator. I mean, thank goodness that crap does not happen. That would be horrible. Can you just... Thank you. I'm not saying I didn't, you know, long for your existence, little gremlin, but you are just a visual construct of a healing enterprise that doesn't really add to anybody's... I'm going too far with this. Thank you. Where are you going? Oh my goodness. Thank you, Java. You did it. It's not Java's fault. It's my fault for not matching technology with the demands of technology. Right. If I only eat like 2 saltine crackers a day and wonder why I'm starving to death. I mean, you basically answered your own question by putting the circumstances there. I gotta be careful when charging spikes too, because like, you never know when you might be 3 feet deep into the spike connection. And they basically had the same kind of a conjecture there, I guess. When a couple people laying dead on the spikes, I'm coming. Don't worry, it's gonna happen. So I read being part of the C. Oh, there is one, dude. We've ascended. Being part of the C.S. Lewis Institute. I'm done with my summer reading, so that's why I'm like the book on Introduction to Modern Philosophy. It's written by Castell. Right, Castell, Castell. I've been reading it off and on. This is new. I have not seen this one before, so let's get ready. So we don't run through walls and stuff like that. Okay, kind of saw this coming though. Blah blah. I see a spawning point. Oh, very cool. Well, we're dead. We're not. Don't give up. Hey, not giving up today. Nothing's getting in my way. And if you knock me over, I gotta revert to that troll song, man. Because I think the spawn there. Yes, they do. Very cool. This is an actual danger room. I feel dangerous. Freaking Darkwing Duck style. Holy crap, that's dating me. I'm so sorry. Saw you. You can't... I mean, you just went invisible right in front of my face. I mean, you can't... Ooh. I almost said... Thank goodness I didn't run into the spikes. And here we are. Java's done me again. Okay, can navigate through this chaos. Just need to get over here, hit number 5, and then get in the middle, hit number 6. There we go. Pardon me, and we're on fire again. So let's go, boys. If we can do this without dying, sparking, I will be most appreciative. Pardon me. Okay. Frame spikes are at a minimum. We're making this happen. Where are you going? Good job, me. Just get out of my face. You explode a lot faster than I remember. Okay. Rat-tat-tat. Oh, it does flinch lock it. Beautiful. We have contributed. And now everyone's walking off. I know there's a dude about to... Yep, right. So if we do survive, I don't think it'll be by our own merits. It'll be just by pure luck of connection. Because we're obviously not having the absolute luck that is necessary for any kind of fine tune. I know you're going to spawn. I know it. Okay, let's back up here, close and then far, and then go yeah. Beautiful. I was like, I hope I didn't throw him into the guy north of me. You know, there's these little micro transgressions of thought. Who doesn't like new stuff? Crispy cookie. I think we got our first radiance. Hey, it's something, man. Okay, there goes our connection. And we're back. I like how I can feel it in the game. Plus, it's reflected on the stream at the same time. I might also try to pop up videos of Wayward Souls, because still, to their credit, they're like still updating that game, which to me is just completely awesome. There you go, free advertising internally and externally. Is that like breaking a fourth wall? I know. Sorry about the nostril flatulence. I don't know. The eternal sniffing. I get it out of my system, and then by the time I get to work, it's all good. We're all good. Beautiful. So what is the... Well, we'll find out at the end. It's the caps lock button, you silly. So close to WASD. Did we hit? Have we ascended? Is this thing ready to go? No, not quite. I think I can... You got 2 in you, right? Oh, my bad. MOP. HHK, MOP. 9K credits. I was right. We got our 6 radiance. If we didn't have that danger room, we would have gotten none. Holy smokes, dude. Meow, 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 meow. That and Wayward Souls has more of an atmosphere, I guess, conducive to philosophy. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, Wayward Souls, unless they've updated it differently, it's a tough game, dude. Like, I really need to focus a lot of the time. Mike, it is time. P to the hour. And we got poison. Alright, it's elemental resistance. Thank goodness. We can also feed you. Let's give him some Reaper ribs. That sounds delicious. No, we need to save. Do we need to save that? First off, brain, remind yourself you have to equip the gun you just crafted and heat it up. Otherwise, you won't be leveling it anytime soon. So I gotta do that next time. You know what? Let's just. Plasma cell looks delicious. Let's just freaking pile it on him. So I know we need. Let's start working on our potential. Right. Boom. We are on our way. The other way, we can be on our way. Wet boy. Probably by doing the whatchamacallit? Brawlhalla? Dude, I haven't seen that game in so long. I'm probably so bad at that by now. I don't want to tarnish my record, but that's about all that will happen if I decide to. I also was basically, they told me I must make a Acheron with this brandish. I think King gave this to me, so I must be true to that. There's also an ice. Oh my goodness. Dude, we have too much on our plate. It's going to take us like 20 years to get this stuff done, especially because I talk too much. Alright, so here is, in case you were wondering about my vast marketing plan, we only have these things that we're selling. I sell materials. I sell trash, basically. There's no vast marketing scheme in my brain. Alright, we just, we live on quarters and dimes, and this is a story of my life. If you want to make vast changes, come on, Java. We got this, man. Just load there. Thank you. If you want to make vast changes in your life from a financial aspect, it's a process change. So either you have to get better at disciplining yourself to make more money, like for working more overtime. I can't do 666. It's just beyond me. You know, or you got to educate yourself. You have to spend a bit before making some stuff. We saw, yeah, we're selling drink scales. What else we got? But I've not changed. We're selling heavy gears already. I've not changed my strategy for making money in this game, which is enjoying the experience. Because process is part of the fun. Again, if something causes you to stress out, it is no longer a game for recreation. You are taking it way too seriously. I voice this stuff to remind myself. So sometimes you got to step back. So I'm basically honed in onto martial arts and philosophy. I just happen to, have nostalgia for playing games. So I'll probably be doing this for the rest of my days. Maybe rocking out some Slay the Spire here and there. I don't know, man. Create it. Anyway, that'll do it. I gotta go make my lunch and get to work and all that. Is there anything else that came in with that update? Let me check the, bear with me for a minute. Let me check the website. I know there was a lot of updates. A lot of, relatively speaking, right? So check the forums. Let's see. Breach the Vault. Contains untold wealth. I don't know about that. I don't know. Oh my gosh. There's Turbillion small look video. We will take a look at that in our own time. So let's take a look at the announcement by Kronos. Turbillion, the new 5-star store that can be crafted from 1 million. Recipe should be available on all of Heroes. Increased treasure payout from Compound Wilds. Is that just what we went through? And that's why we got 6 Radiants? Thank goodness. New lockdown hazard added, Dream Wisp that will stay on the control point, and sleep orbitals. Huh. Good logs will now show the old team and environment that was replaced when the new one was installed. It changed the mimic battle. I don't know. I basically talked my way through that and used a charged attack. along with my friend Solotron, not Solotron, I'm sorry, Solotron, Sargasm. Every time I see these guys, I'm like, you guys are crowns I can pick up, right? Nope. Fix the flash charge bug, so there goes, you know, the low ping players. Sorry, high ping players. Distinct advantage, I think. I think that's what's a high ping player thing. Fix an issue with the difficulty of the shadow layer level. It came from below to be like it was before. The shadow layers will continue to be difficult. So that's something I'm kind of looking forward to. Anyway, I think that'll do it. So once again, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this stream, and I'll pop it up on YouTube. Get out of here, you fussy. Click the like button, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Let me know what you thought. I will talk more philosophy later in stream when I can. See you next time. Bye-bye.